I survived Badwater. I did. I survived it. It wasn't easy. It's not like I did any of the running, but it was still hard because I had to stay up for almost 2 days straight, and that's a lot of work. Motorcycle. Okay, I think it's gone. Yeah, but it wasn't easy. But it was an amazing experience. I learned a lot. And so in this video, I'm gonna give you some tips and some things I learned as a crew member for Badwater 135. But before I get to the bumper, I just wanna say I'm still exhausted. It's been a week since it's ended, still tired. That's it. Okay, let's go. Okay, so we're gonna go over just a few things, maybe how I can help you if you ever decided to be a crew member or maybe a participant of Badwater 135. As I said, it was an amazing experience, extremely difficult, so be prepared to have a massive challenge ahead of you, but very rewarding nonetheless. So the first thing is, as I mentioned, I'm still tired. It's a week later, and I guess being up for those 2 days, it does take some time to finally get back to my rhythm. So the first tip I'm going to give you is get plenty of sleep ahead of time. If you can get there early and get a lot of sleep beforehand, I know you're probably going to, like I was, we were doing a lot of planning, packing the vehicle. You know, you just want to hang out and have fun, but you have to be mindful that you're going to be up for a couple days with very little sleep. I think over the 2 days I got maybe 20 minutes sleep. That's it. I don't even know how the runners did it, because man, that's to be up for 2 days, 48 hours straight, or up to 48 hours without sleeping. I mean, I'm sure it's possible, but my runner got zero sleep. He went the entire time. It was amazing to watch. But yeah, so that's tip number one: get a lot of sleep ahead of time, because you're gonna get zero or little to zero sleep during the actual race. Next is, I learned this early, is pack light. If you may have saw in my video, you could check it out right here. That's the entire experience that I had. I speak about how I was a bit of a diva. I brought a bunch of stuff. I brought like 3 things of food and drinks and 2 things of clothes. And the crew chief had to say, yeah, you know, you're probably going to cut that down. I mean, he said it in a nice way, but I cut my stuff maybe half or less than half of what I originally had. Yeah, so when you're there, you're not gonna be changing your clothes. I mean, everybody's gonna stink, so don't worry about it. I think I had 1 set of clothes, 1 pair of shorts, 1 shirt. Actually, no, 2 shirts. I had a short sleeve shirt for the day, the one they give you as a crew member, the reflective shirt, and then no, at nighttime I did. But then in the daytime, I put that over a long sleeve shirt to protect me from the sun. So yeah, very minimal when it comes to clothes. Don't worry about it's not a fashion show. You're not gonna smell good. You might not look good. Who cares? You're just there to help the runner, and that's all that matters. So you're gonna have to throw all that out the window of looking good. Well, I always look good. I mean, I'm sure you always look good also. So that's not even a factor. Anyways, next is, and this is something that I'm gonna go back to getting there early. You want to get there plenty early because you want to get acclimated to the heat. When I got there, we stayed at Stovepipe Wells, which is about 45 minutes away from the start line, right in Death Valley. I got there at 9 o'clock at night, the night before, and that heat hit me so hard. I was not even expecting that kind of heat. I mean, you know, you hear about it, but once you're there, it's a completely different experience. So you want to get there early also, not only get your sleep, but also to get acclimated to the heat. And if you're gonna, and hopefully you're staying where I did at Stovepipe Wells, just so you can get yourself used to that heat, because it is something else, folks. Oh my gosh, that heat is, I can't explain it. It's so hot. I'd never experienced anything like that. So yeah, get there early. Okay, number 4, and this is something, I don't know if it's really online. I think it's more of like an unspoken rule maybe, or it's just known within the community. But if you're a runner, you're expected to pay for everything for your crew. First off, it's a great, nice thing to do, because they're doing a lot of work for you. They're taking care of you, so you want to take care of them. For the few days that you're there, like the day before or the day after, or throughout the whole experience, the runner pays for the crew's food, their lodging, and whatever they need throughout those few days. I mean, of course, if you're a crew member and you want to bring a few things, like I brought a giant water cooler to help out, or wag bags or whatever, anything, yeah, bring it. I mean, but you're not expected to. The runner is expected to cover everything, unless that's talked about beforehand. Yeah, so, and my runner, what he did is actually he gave us a wad of cash and go, hey, put this in the glove compartment, and whatever you need, use this cash for it. Like if we needed to buy ice throughout the thing, water, drinks, food, it's covered by the runner. Unless it's, I mean, and that's a lot of money. I mean, so what I understand is you're going to, as a runner, you're going to spend about $4,000 to $5,000. That's including the registration and paying for the lodging for your crew and all their food and all that kind of stuff. So it's a pricey event. So I think that's part of the whole thing. Like if you have to be serious about this, because as I think I mentioned, what was mentioned in the last video was Joshua Holmes. He's an ultra runner. We chatted beforehand, and he said his advice was, it's too expensive to DNF. So yeah, so there you go. The runner pays for everything. Next is do as much research as possible. There's so much stuff online you could watch. Don't go in there just thinking you know about it. Watch videos, read books, read blogs, and also the director is going to send you all kinds of information. Make sure you read all of that, because you want to be as prepared as possible. You don't want any surprises when you get there, because you already have so much to worry about. So be ready beforehand. And next, if you're a crew, if you have a crew, you want to meet your members beforehand. Luckily, I had a great group, and we never met beforehand, but you want to get on a Zoom call together. You want to kind of build that relationship beforehand and talk about things, so there aren't any surprises when you're there. So yeah, get on the Zoom call or communicate via text or email or phone calls, whatever. Try to have all your crew together, I'd say a couple times before the event, so you guys are used to each other. No surprises. You never know, because I was nervous. I was like, okay, because we didn't get a chance to meet beforehand, and I was like, oh my gosh, what if I end up with these people that I can't stand, and you're stuck in that van in the middle of nowhere with someone. Can you imagine? I would hate that. So luckily I didn't have that experience. Yeah, that's it. There's a few tips on if you want to be a crew member or a runner for Badwater 135. If there's anything you want to know that you're curious about, leave a comment below. I'll be happy to answer it or make a video about it. So that's that. I'm Anthony, reminding you to keep running for your best life.